Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem HaKadosh. That's all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem, meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to FI. And this is fair use. I'm gonna bring out a couple different videos. Things are heating up. This is what we've been waiting for. This is an evidence show. This is an evidence show that we're coming to the time where, as the scriptures say, those birth pains are here, right? And now we coming to the end of this thing. This whole, the U.S. struck 5 Iranian nuclear facilities, which is a drastic, right? When you attack energy infrastructure, it's considered a drastic act of war. So this is where we're at in prophecy. So I'm gonna play this. So Lord will, let's be edifying and get some precepts on this.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We have some breaking news that we want to bring to you right now. It was something that we had been anticipating over the course of the last several days because the President of the United States has signaled it. We now have a statement from the President of the United States that, in fact, the United States has bombed Iran. I want to read for you what President Trump posted on Truth Social just minutes ago, saying, "We have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iranian airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordow. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter."
And that is a proud fucking statement. That after you sit here and bomb them.
Fox News alert. I just spoke to the president of the...
After you bomb them, you tell them, now it's time for peace. Proud devils, man. Proud devils. And this is how Esau does war, right? This is the Edomite spirit on full display. Let me go here, man. So I have some stuff I got pulled to the side, and the news on what's going on right now, man, it's blowing up. Like, you could just look at the headlines, man. Putin aid warns that many nations are ready to supply Iran with nuclear missiles. Suspected that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be shut down by Iran. And this one in particular right here, that's the one I was looking for. It says major U.S. cities go on high alert following Trump's military strike on Iran. It says major cities across the United States heightened security measures in response to President Donald Trump's airstrike targeting 3 nuclear sites in Iran. The strikes, described by Trump as a spectacular military success, have raised fears of potential retaliatory attacks, prompting increased police presence and vigilance in urban cities like New York City and Washington, D.C. This is in a nationally televised address from the White House. President Trump announced that U.S. forces utilizing B-2 stealth bombers had obliterated Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities at Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan, right? But the key point of this article is the fact that now America's on high alert because they know that there's a lot of foreign troops on American soil that came in during the influx of all these immigrants, and it was all military age men. So now you set up that strike, these things could be operating and coming online with all these foreign troops. Well, this is Jeremiah 49. In 16, it says, I started 15. It says, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men." And this is Esau Edom. He's insignificant. What they can do is insignificant anymore. Right? The whole military prowess acting like they're so big and bad, it doesn't matter anymore. You had Iran come up and sit here and say there's been no destruction had that isn't rebuildable after they struck those 3 nuclear sites. Now, this is an argument between the small hatters, right? This is from Amir Barlev to Itamar Ben Griv. Itamar Ben Griv is the fatter nigga with the white small hat on. And then Amir is the dude he's talking to. So it says right here, it says, why did you provoke Iran? Itamar Ben Gvir responded, "We didn't realize the power of Iran's missile capability." So these devils are letting you know right there that they don't attack anybody that they feel is a threat right back to them. It's coward warfare. This is a small hats. Look at the intensity. You see? These devils are at each other's necks, man. And this is a beautiful time to be alive, man. It says verse 16, it says, no. Jeremiah 49. And 16 says, "Thy terribleness had deceived thee." Right? And these devils really thought they were untouchable, nothing that they could do bears a response. There's this one I got. Let me grab it real quick. But these devils really, in their mind, they think that whatever they do is acceptable.
I want to...
This is the UK Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. Israel has the right to bomb Iran. Iran has no right to respond to Israel's attacks.
Israel strikes on military targets in Iran. This is a live situation, and we are obviously monitoring it closely alongside our partners. I am clear that Israel has the right to defend itself against Iranian aggression. I'm equally clear that we need to avoid further regional escalation and urge all sides to show restraint. Iran should not respond.
You see, that's the pride of his heart. He believes that he can beat everybody up, but then sit there and say, "Hey, don't hit me back, you'll be wrong." Jeremiah 49 and 16, "Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and it says, in the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, that holdest the height of the hill," right? Meaning you're at the top of everything. It says, "Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, say Yahweh." You see? And that's what the Lord is getting ready to do. That's what all these nations are going to be used for. Is to put these devils down like the little dogs that they are. Little whole-ass motherfuckers that they are, man. This is Job 18. And what you're seeing is, like I read the article, now they're saying that they're up in security all throughout the states because of this recent attack. Job 18 and 11. And this is what's happening. I'm going to start up, actually. It says, I started 7. It says, the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. And he proposed to sit here and bomb Iran. Now the amount of control that Iran and Russia have to be able to inflict pain on this place economically, going in a trade route supply, they're able to hit this place drastically. It doesn't even have to be a physical attack, but there are physical attacks that are being done. And it's going to come to the American soils. It says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet. You see? His own actions took him to this point. It says, and walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, meaning the trap, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. And that's that article I read right here. This is terror is making him afraid on every side. Now, police is on 10. Security is up. They're expecting a retaliatory action to be done in the States. Those terrors are driving them to his feet. We're in a time of prophecy where all this stuff is happening, man. This is very great, big, important news, man. It's Habakkuk 2. And 8. It says, start at 7. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them. You see, it's going to come in on a moment. All of a sudden, America's going to get attacked by one of these foreign powers that they've been attacking this whole time. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of man's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. You see? So the Lord is going to bring violence on this place because of the violence that they've shown. And they're just anticipating. Esau's anticipating it. Jeremiah 50 and 14. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon, because that's what this is all being done for. All the violence that this devil's done, this is what is being done for this. This is why the nations are getting back to their old ways, man. The dragons are Carmenia, remembering their nature. It says, put yourself in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. And that's what's going to happen. It says, shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundation are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh to take vengeance upon her, as she had done, do unto her. Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. And that already happened in Israel. And you're going to see it start happening in America, where all these foreign people are going to start leaving America too and going back to their own people, because it'll be safer. At least they'll have the camaraderie of numbers and familiarity. But here, it's about to be a bloodbath. As soon as the effects of that Strait of Hormuz being closed starts literally riddling America, right? The price of gas is going to shoot up. The price of goods, price of food is going to get out. It's going to get out of control very quickly, and the people are going to be at each other's throats. The scriptures tell you, a friend shall fight one against another like enemies for the lack of bread. Man, that's going to be happening. This whole cohesive, false spirit of unity in America, that stuff's about to be gone, and you're going to see the real intent of these people. Right? How they really get down. But Lord willing, is edifying. Shalom, Akim.